Hi everyone, Michael here from Mirrors of Consciousness and creator of the Orbifold Tarot. I haven't seen you guys in a while. It's been quite some time since I made a new video, since before I went to Reader Studio, I think, actually. Those videos were the series on the Orbifold's Majors, which I did continue uploading after Reader Studio, more recently than that. But I haven't made anything new for you guys, so I figured it was about time that I did that, because I have a few new things to share. But before I get to those, if you did miss the series on the Orbifold's Majors, I'll just put a link up there to the playlist, and I hope you enjoy it. But I also wanted to just let you know how Reader Studio was, and a couple other little newsy, updatey things on my tarot life these days. So first, Reader Studio was amazing. I had a really great time there. There were some really fantastic workshops. I think it was around 3 workshops a day, each of them 3 hours long. So they're quite in-depth workshops, and there were some excellent presenters, 2 or 3 in particular that really were phenomenal, and I mean all of them were very fantastic, but I really enjoyed a couple in particular. But there was a lot to absorb. It was a lot of information, just so much to absorb, not only in the conference itself, in the conference room itself, but you get that many tarot readers together, and what are we going to do? We're going to talk tarot 24/7, almost. Actually, that's what it turned into. There were a few of us who stayed up late into the wee hours of morning, just chit-chatting, not just about tarot, but about a whole bunch of stuff, and that was really fun. But of course, because we were up so late, and because the days were already quite full, it was a lot to absorb and a lot to recover from. But totally worthwhile. I got to meet new people. Well, I mean, everyone that I met were people that I hadn't actually met in person yet before, since we don't get so many tarot people in Montreal, at least not international tarot people. So it was super cool, and I got to meet authors and deck creators, and some of the people that are kind of tarot icons that many of you are probably very familiar with. So that was really cool. And then I got to meet readers and just really cool people, I have to say. Just really cool people. So that was super fun. And since then, I have been quieter on YouTube and quieter on the blog, mostly because I've been working on a couple other projects and enjoying my summer, but a lot of the content that I've been putting out has either been on Instagram, which I'm really enjoying lately because it forces me to stay a little bit shorter, which is a challenge for me, but it's good. It's a good challenge for me. And I've also been putting a lot of stuff up on the Orbifold study group, which is a closed group, and it's exclusively for people who are reading with the Orbifold, people who've purchased the Orbifold Tarot. In fact, if you purchased a copy of the Orbifold Tarot, on the back of your deck, there's a little sticker on the plastic wrap. There's a little sticker that has a QR code to the group, and of course also the group URL written out, so you can type it into your browser to find it. For now, the group is closed only to people who own the Orbifold Tarot, and so if you have the deck and you have not yet joined the study group, please do, because if you have any questions about the deck, about reading with it, if you're having any challenges, if you want to know different techniques or share different techniques that you've discovered, all of that kind of stuff, that's the place to do it, and we'll all benefit from it. I've also put some content in that group, partly in discussions, but also there's some files in the group that I haven't shared anywhere else. So you can gain access to those files when you join the group. It's kind of a reward for having the deck and working with it. So that's where I've been spending a lot of my tarot time on. But I've also actually been writing, even though I haven't been writing as much on the blog, I have been writing a guest column for Christiana Gaudet's newsletter. And if you have not yet seen that, I'll put links below to each of the articles that I've submitted so far. There are a few left just to close off the series, and as those articles come out, I'll add them down below on this video so that you can go and read those. I'm interested in hearing your feedback on those articles, which are all on the elements. Hopefully kind of a unique perspective on the elements. It's my perspective. Some of that material may be familiar to some of you, others it may not. But I am interested in the feedback about those articles because my presentation, my application for presentation for TarotCon Florida was accepted. And so I'll be presenting at TarotCon Florida. So yay, Reader Studio was not my only conference of the year that I get to attend. So I'll be at TarotCon Florida, and I'm presenting on the elements. And so your feedback will be really helpful from those articles on what worked for you really well, what would you like to go into a little bit more detail, what was missing for you that you'd like a little bit more explanation on. Of course, the presentation is fairly short. I mean, I guess it's all relative. So I'll try to pack in as much as I can. Even if you're not attending TarotCon, your feedback would still be useful, and I'll see if I can put out some of that material well after TarotCon. Of course, it always kind of seeps through in some way or another anyway, because of the way that I think about things and the way that I approach things. So yeah, so I'm really excited to be presenting at TarotCon Florida. That's in October. If you haven't registered for TarotCon Florida yet, I believe there's still spaces for registration, so I'll put the link down below. And there's a wicked lineup of presenters. It's like one after the other are amazing. Some of the presenters I got to meet at Reader Studio in April, so I'm looking forward to their presentations and just hanging out with them again. And some of the presentations are by people that I know of and I really respect, and so that's going to be exciting. I think that's about it for the announcements, is Christiana's articles and TarotCon Florida and the update on Reader Studio. The deck is doing well. It's almost reached every corner of the globe, so hopefully before too long it will have reached almost every corner of the world. The places that are missing will hopefully I'll get to send a deck to. So that's really exciting, and I appreciate everyone's posting their readings and their pictures of the deck on Instagram and on Facebook and on Pinterest. I'm not on Pinterest. I'm kind of social media'd out, although I should probably make an account there. It's probably not that big a deal. But keep sharing your readings and your thoughts on the deck, asking your questions, and just sharing your photos of the deck on social media. That's fantastic. It really helps me out a lot, because as an independent I can only reach so many people alone, at least at this stage. So I really appreciate that. And if you haven't yet ordered an Orbifold, I'll be happy to send you one, or two, or many. It's actually also available for distributors. I'm happy to say that I'm the deck is being carried at a few stores in Montreal, and it's also available at the Tarot Garden, Dan Peltier's tarot site. So if you're a distributor, if you have a storefront and distribute tarot decks and you would like to talk about wholesaling, let me know. I'm very open to that. And of course, the deck is available for individual sales. So I'm happy to send you a copy. I'll also remind everyone that I am available for readings. So whenever you'd like a reading, just let me know either by Facebook or through my website. I don't always check my YouTube inbox. I often forget that it's there, and I often don't get the notifications even when people do send me messages in the YouTube inbox. So it's best if you actually don't. I mean, I like getting them, but you may not get an immediate response. So it's probably better if you find me elsewhere on either through the Mirrors of Consciousness Facebook page or my personal Facebook page, or by email through my website. Those are probably best. So I am available for readings. If you're in Montreal or in the Montreal area and you want a reading in person, I can certainly do that. Otherwise, readings are done by Skype, or I can also record a private YouTube video for you that's just for you. It won't, the link won't be given to anyone else. So that's it. I'm going to stop it here because this is really just news and updates, and I'm going to continue making a couple of new videos on various things, readings, reading methods, you know, just different things, a couple of reviews of tarot decks. I mentioned a few of my favorite tarot decks in the 5 Decks You Can't Live Without video. I think that was actually after Reader's Studio, so maybe I lied. Oops, sorry, I forgot. But I'll do reviews of some of those decks and some other new ones that I've acquired more recently. And see you soon. Thanks for watching.